Hello, my name is Amanda Sargent and I'm a nutritional therapist at Happier You Nutrition. And this is the 5th of 6 sessions of the community health project, Zest4health, the objective of which is to support you and to help you rediscover your zest for life. I would like to help and encourage you to improve your health, to increase your energy levels, to feel good and maybe lose a few pounds. Each session should be no more than 15 minutes, so a very warm welcome to you. This session is about how to escape the sugar trap, and we look at the 3 sections. In Eat for Health, we look at if you are addicted to sugar and how we can help your family to escape this sugar trap. In Habits for Health, we look to see whether you could try going sugar-free for a week, and again we have some handy tips to help you. And in Cook for Health, we have a couple of delicious low sugar snacks that you can make at home. It's hardly a newsflash that most people eat too much sugar. And today we are focusing on understanding the relationship that you and your family have with sugar. And I'm going to show you how you can cut right back and reclaim your health with some simple bite-sized tips. Sugar is everywhere in sweets, cereals, cakes, biscuits and puddings, but it's also added to other kinds of dishes, such as pre-prepared pasta and curry sauces, and even savoury foods such as baked beans. Studies suggest that sugar is 8 times more addictive than Class A drugs, so it's no wonder that you are hooked. Eating sugar is not doing you any favours though. Your sugar habit could be the reason your energy levels are on the floor. It could be why your cravings are out of control and may also be the reason that you struggle to lose weight. But cutting it out, or even just cutting it down, can feel hard, especially if you have spent years using sugary treats to give you enough energy to get through the day, or as a reward for something you have achieved. So let's have a look at your relationship with sugar. How do you answer these questions? Do you ever intend to just have a couple of biscuits or just a small slice of cake, but find yourself coming back for more? Can you eat a large amount of sweet or starchy foods even when you are not really hungry? Do you still feel hungry even after a big meal? Do you fancy something sweet after dinner? And do you find sweet foods the hardest to cut back on? Do you turn to sugar when you feel upset? And finally, do you get a slump in energy mid-afternoon? If you said yes to 2 or more, there's definitely room for improvement. But let's look at your children, and are they eating too much sugar? British children are some of the biggest consumers of sugar in Europe. They're pretty much eating their body weight in sugar each year. A study by scientists at Birmingham University found that children as young as 5 are consuming an average of 75 grams of sugar a day. That's equivalent to 19 teaspoons. And that's 4 times their recommended daily allowance. It's small wonder that sugar has been singled out as the biggest contributing factor in the national obesity crisis. Sugar is also blamed for a rise of nearly a quarter in the number of children under 4 having 1 or more of their milk teeth extracted. So what happens in your body when you eat sugar? Well, it will destabilize it and trigger cravings. And then this will lead to more cravings, which will lead to more snacking. And this can give you low energy levels. And together, they can cause you to have some weight gain. But why does this happen? If you have watched any of my previous sessions, you will have heard me talk about flattening the curve, the blood sugar curve. When you eat something sweet, it floods the bloodstream with sugar. So here, and this causes your body to release the insulin, the fat storing hormone, to get the sugar out of your blood and into the cells, so the drop here. The problem is that this is done so quickly that your blood sugar levels fall too low and you crash, like the 11 o'clock feeling. And so you eat again. And unless you're eating a balanced plate, this roller coaster will continue. But as we know, we can change these spikes by making different choices. And we've talked about adding protein and healthy fats to our meals before, and this is what will help to flatten the curve. Apart from spiking your blood sugar levels, when the sugar hits the bloodstream, it stimulates the release of the feel-good hormone dopamine, and this also makes you want more and more of the sweet stuff. And this is why one biscuit or scoop of ice cream never seems like enough, even after a huge meal. I know from working with clients that ditching sugar gets results fast. You can expect to lose a few pounds, up your energy, sleep better, and some find their skin looks glowing. Your kids are less moody, yep, that is possible, and your friends will wonder what your new regime is. But you will have to become a food detective, because you have to start spotting where sugar is creeping into your diet. So it can be in breakfast cereals and healthy cereal bars, sauces and condiments, ready meals, fizzy drinks, squash, fruit juice and smoothies, cakes, buns, sponge puddings, yogurt and fromage frais, sweets, toffees, mints, chocolate bars, chocolate biscuits, jelly and ice lollies, ice cream and frozen desserts, sweet spread, jam and honey. There's many places that it can sneak in. So let's have a look at breakfast cereals. Many of these are high in sugar. And this includes some obvious choices like the chocolate cereals and honey nut cereals. But it may also be in some that you think are healthy, such as mueslis, granolas, and bran cereals. So what you have to do is start to look at the labels. Because sugar can be disguised. And there are actually more than 50 names for sugar. But normally anything ending in OSE is a sugar. And in this label, you can see the corn syrup and the fructose syrup, as well as sugar. Let's have a quick look at other types of sweeteners. So artificial sweeteners aren't necessarily any better. Some have been linked to cancer, and others do behave in the same way as sugar in the blood. Natural sweeteners like dates, mashed banana, and apple sauce may be better to use. And small amounts of maple syrup will also give you a subtle sweetness. So it's best to replace your artificial sweeteners with these natural ones in your cooking. And here we have the first of our recipes of plum muffins. And these have just 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and you can reduce that if you would like. And then pecan banana bread, which again has just a little bit of maple syrup. So the challenge for this week is for whether you can go sugar-free. Could you do 7 days, 5 days, or just start with 3? And can you get your whole family on board? But you don't want to demonize sugar. You just want to get it under control. It's best not to keep sugar in the house and not talk about the sugar. And if you can avoid rewarding children with food at all, that's a good way to go. So the tips that I have for you for going sugar-free are not to think about what you're giving up, but instead think about what you are gaining. And focus on the benefits. You'll have more energy, better skin, less cravings, and your sleep should improve too. You will need some willpower for the first 3 days. But if you get the munchies in the evening, you can try cleaning your teeth and going to bed early. You just have to do whatever it takes to get through the first day, thinking about how great you'll feel when you go to bed and get up the next day. And it may be a bit difficult, but it's worth having a go. I have a bonus ebook for you, The Sugar Solution, and you'll find that at 1 step a week. So have an energized and sugar-free week. In the next section, we are going to be talking about hydrating for optimal health. And we'll share some creative recipes to jazz up your drinks, but not including alcohol. So have a good week, and thank you very much.